We have the March of Swirling Mist, and we've got Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and we're swirling up your day here. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We've got Swirling Blue. Now, ever since Cavern of Souls comes out, that pretty much makes counterspells, I don't want to say irrelevant, but severely weakened. A lot of people are not, they've lost hope on Fading Hope. They've faded hope on Mono Blue, and let's see if we can make Mono Blue still pretty good here. We also know what the Haughty Djinn and like the Sleight of Hand, Fading Hope, we know what these cards do, but let's kind of take a look at the new Ixalan cards here that I wanted to address. Malcolm, Alluring, Scoundrel, I think this is a pretty good card. If you are going to go with Mono Blue and you just have to run it, I recommend at least throwing this in. We might as well take the good with the bad. The Cavern of Souls makes our counter spells almost irrelevant for like Make Disappear, and we'll get into the other one here in a second, but Malcolm has Flash Flying, so if you don't use Make Disappear in your hand or a counter spell, you can just flash this in, which is really wonderful. And whenever you do this 4 times and you have 4 counters, you're going to go ahead and just play the discarded card without paying its mana cost, which is really wonderful. Let's take a look at this other Ixalan card. I love this card. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them into the hand and the rest into your graveyard. Now, why is going into the graveyard so wonderful? Well, obviously it just powers up the Haughty Djinn, and it gets rid of the Tolarian Terror as well. And even for a late game Kairi, if you really need to mill those cards, you can return up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from the graveyard to your hand, or you can just counter something. It's that simple. So again, it does suck that Cavern of Souls is out there and the dinos just laugh at your counter spells, and even some human stuff too, but either way, I still think that we can still make it work. Even if they do cast their big dinos, we do have Fading Hope to disrupt them, and we also have March of Swirling Mist. I would run like 6 or 7 of these things. It also acts as a one mana protection for Haughty Djinn once you have Haughty Djinn out, or you can just phase out the entire board and swing in for lethal. Last but not least, I guess we got the Consuming Tide. If you are a fan of Mana Man, you've known that I like this card a lot. I think it's very underrated. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control, and you usually only have like a Haughty Djinn anyway, so you just choose your Haughty Djinn, and then if they go wide, if they have artifacts, enchantments, creature tokens that just go away forever, Consuming Tide just gets rid of all of them. I think this card is really underrated. So pretty much just got Flow of Knowledge and Teferi. I guess I can't really pass that up. I think Teferi needs a little bit more love. It's not as good as 3 Fairy that was an Explorer, but still pretty gosh darn good. And Flow of Knowledge can really bust open Teferi. But pretty much we're just going to take Kairi, the Swirling Sky, Swirling Mist, Confounding Riddle, Malcolm, a few new tools that we can use for blue other than the Haughty Djinn, because we already know what that does. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Helps out the channel tremendously. Consider joining the channel. That would really help me out as a content creator. I would really appreciate that. Consider subscribing if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Darth Maya, how you doing here? Okay, so I'm gonna let you know a little secret. Kind of strange here that, as like into magic and that kind of stuff, I have never seen a Lord of the Rings, and I've only seen 1 Star Wars movie ever. So Darth Maya reminds me of what it was, Darth Maul. When I was like maybe like 4 or 5 years old, we went to the drive-in and saw Darth Maul. I think that was like maybe, I don't even remember which one it was, like Phantom Menace, maybe not, I don't know. But either way, it was Darth Maul, and it scared the living bejesus out of me, and I never saw another one. That's how scared Darth Maul made me. So Darth Maya, I'm going to go ahead and just take that out on you for the time being. Long-winded story, but let's go. Let's go back to the game here. Let's go back to Mono Blue. I think Mono Blue can still be kind of good here. The reason, I don't see a whole lot of Mono Blue on the ladder, but the Confounding Riddle and Kairi, I think, gives us enough of a little bit of a niche to see if we have something unique that's never been done before. But let's see if we can do that. Obviously, I'm not dropping Haughty Djinn. Haughty Djinn needs protection with the March of Swirling Mist before we drop that thing, so we're not doing that. No, wait a minute. Restoration of a Ganjo. Oh gosh darn, I wish I had a counter spell for that. They're gonna get a lot of value out of the Restoration of a Ganjo. But it's okay. I think now next turn the coast is clear for the Haughty Djinn. So make that 2. Double Haughties are always good. And with the March of Swirling Mist, we're looking good. I'm running 4 March of Swirling Mists. I think if I could, like a lot of times you wouldn't even run more than a play set of cards, even if you could. But with March of Swirling Mist, I genuinely think I would run 6 if I could. Because March of Swirling Mist is so good. It acts as protection, and it lets you push for game. So I think March of Swirling Mist is probably one of the most important cards in the deck. Alright, Hollow Haunting. Hollow Haunting's pretty good. We got the Flow of Knowledge. Okay, that's actually really good. So we can go for Flow of Knowledge here. Just at, probably could go for Sorcery Speed. We draw 5, then we might have to discard or something. But depending on what we have here, I think we could do this. So, how are we looking at the land situation? I do want at least one more land, and I guess the Tolarian Terror is actually pretty far away from being able to be cast, so probably could get rid of you. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we don't have to discard or anything like that, so that's kind of the reason why I played at sorcery speed. And I don't really know what I was fishing for, but I don't think there was that big of a penalty. Maybe a counter spell. Not very blue of me to cast something like that at sorcery speed when we don't have to. But, you know, I guess I would prefer a Make Disappear to a March of Swirling Mist, because as you can see, Ossification, yeah, that's fine. The only problem with Ossification that I'm already seeing, I'm already foretelling, if you remember that mechanic from a few years ago, is when they have Ossification and I go for Consuming Tide, we're going to give them their Ossification back. So I already don't like that. But what I do like is this Hallowed Haunting that is going to create all these tokens. The Consuming Tide is going to wipe all the tokens away, so I do like that. There's our Kairi, the Swirling Sky, so that is wonderful. I don't think I'm ready to... Well, oh my gosh, hold on. I don't have any forms of protection, so let's go ahead and just go for the Consuming Tide. We're going to make them recast the Hallowed Haunting if they have it. And I think we're going to go for double Haughty. I know that... See, again, though, we're going to be able to draw 2 if... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to be able to draw 2. So, okay, each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents chosen this way to their owner's hands. Then I draw a card if they have more cards than me. So, we're going to get a card draw, and we bounce everything back. Unfortunately, I was really hoping for either a March of Swirling Mist, or a Make Disappear, or a Confounding Riddle. We don't see any one of those. So, we're going to have to just commit to double Haughty Djinn, and we're going to tap out here. Well, we could go for Fading Hope. I think the Fading Hopes are too strong against them, so I think we're gonna actually go for Haughty Djinn. We do have there's a few different ways we can play around the enchantments too. We can bounce those, so I think it's not the end of the world if they go for another Ossification. We have Consuming Tides, we have Otawaras. I think we have some other stuff that we can do. So double Ossification, so they're gonna get us on this. So we should have kept up our Fading Hopes, but let's keep up our hopes. I don't think it's the end of the world by any means. Let's drop the Kairi, the Swirling Sky. Again, no protection, but this has built-in protection, so let's see if we can do this. I think this card is very underused in general, the Kairi, the Swirling Sky. I don't know why it's not really used. I mean, it does have Flying Ward, and then whenever it dies, it protects itself. Now, I understand if they exile it, then we're pretty much screwed, but I'm gonna go ahead and Fading Hope this thing if they have it. So, Generous Visitor. Okay, so, wait, hold on. I think they, hold on. Let's have you pay the ward cost. Did they give me the counter? Yeah, the Generous Visitor is pointing to me. wait, what? You just gave me a +1/+1 counter. And now you can't pay the ward cost. I know what they did. They went for Generous Visitor, they played the Ossification, and they clicked on Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and now you're swinging in for yeah, I was gonna say, now they are so confuddled right now because that is hilarious. They went for Generous Visitor and instead of they thought they were going for Ossification, but Ossification wasn't even on the battlefield yet, and they just clicked the card, the Swirling Sky. This is actually hilarious because now they actually give us a form of lethal in the air. We also have the Otawara Soaring City, so we could bounce one of their Ossifications, which is kind of what I was alluding to earlier. But now look at this, and now we got the March of Swirling Mist. And remember when I was saying with the March of Swirling Mist, I would run 6 if I could. That's exactly why. I don't even know. Maybe like 8. I'm not even joking you. I think it's the best card in the deck, other than Haughty and Kairi, because you can't really win with it, so I guess it wouldn't be. Either way, I don't really care what you do. If you don't have lifelink, like I think I'm going to win this. They would need 2 forms of removal as well. Double Fading Hope, March of Swirling Mist, and we can go for the Otawara Soaring City. I cannot believe they gave us lethal in the air. Like literally just gave us lethal in the air with that +1/+1 counter. Because without it, we don't have lethal. I can't just buff up the card, the Swirling Sky. It doesn't work like Haughty Djinn. So the Jukai Naturalist isn't going to be able to do anything because we're in the air. So with the lifelink, let's see what they do here. And Kairi has Ward. Spirited Companion, that's okay. I don't really care what they have here. We have 8 mana, and we've got the March of Swirling Mist. We have the March of Swirling Mist, and we've got Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and we're swirling up your day here. That's right, Kairi is here to bring the pain. The Kaisi is welcome. I don't really care about that at all. That's fine. Do what you gotta do. Now they have flying, and they're beefed up, but I don't care. I can pick these off. I can March of Swirling Mist these things. I think we're good to go. I'm going to go for Fading Hope. If they do have like a Royal Treatment or a Tyvar Stand or something like that, let's go ahead and bait it out. I don't think it really matters what we scry into. Oh, well, let's get rid of the Terror. The Terror is kind of terrible right now. I guess we're going to do this. Again, I'm kind of just trying to bait them out. Let's do this. Okay. I mean, we're going to be able to go for March of Swirling. I think we can just take this for now. We could go for the... I mean, I think we're going to have this, but I don't want to screw this up. So I guess we go for Otawara, Soaring City. We can just get rid of the Hallowed Haunting, too. I mean, they get rid of their flying, but... Let's just take this. Again, this is the game right here, so we're definitely just going to be meticulous. I'm gonna try it out. Let's do this. I guess we'll just do that. And then we have March of Swirling Mist. I'm not going to even play it this turn. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. We're pretty much just going to phase out their whole board. I think this is just pretty much it. Maybe we should have gone for the Hallowed Haunting, but we also have another Fading Hope as well. So let's go ahead and just do this right now. They can't spot remove the Kairi, and then they can't protect everything. So this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to tap out here, except for the one Fading Hope, and that is it. And we are going to take this. That is absolutely epic. I'm going to go ahead and give him a good game, because that really was a good game. I don't think I even clicked it. Either way, we get it. Swirling Sky for the win. Super Soaker. What a name here. We've got the card, the Swirling Sky. Let's see if we can make the Swirling Sky a swirling reality, baby. That's kind of weak. I don't know why I said that. Alright, I think we'll go for Consider. We can go for Sleight of Hand as well, but we'll just consider using Consider first. And then we can go for Sleight of Hand, make disappear, ramp up our board. But let's see what we're playing against. Evolve Sleeper. Okay. Well, let's consider. I think we do need a lot of land. Because we're not, like, full-blown tempo blue, kind of like how other builds are with the Haughty Djinn, because we're kind of leaning into, like, Teferi, Kairi, the Swirling Sky, etc. Excuse me. I think that we're going to lean towards building up our board, going for a little bit bigger blue. Alright, so they're going to commit to that, which is fine. Land. Ooh, are they going to miss a land drop here? They're not. They are not. Evolve Sleeper. I guess I might as well make disappear this thing. It feels kind of wasteful, but I think they're just going to pump up their own Evolve Sleepers if we just let this go through, so that's fine. Confounding Riddle. I am a big fan of this card. This card is crazy, man. I mean, getting to counter anything unless they pay 4 is pretty much hard to remove. Like, that is a lot to ask for. And then if not, you just get to search your deck. I mean, that's pretty good. I love this card. Absolutely love it. So let's go for the Confounding Riddle. Yep. Let's go ahead. We only get to put one of them into our hand, but I think we're going to go... Man, Haughty... We don't have protection for the Haughty, so I'm a little bit nervous, and we are playing black. If I was playing, like, green or something, I probably would do this. But, again, we're committing to the bigger type of stuff here, so I think we're going to go for Teferi instead. And... I guess it's kind of boring. I mean, we might as well take the island. Yeah. It's kind of boring, but we might as well just take the island. I mean, again, we're asking for the bigger stuff here, so... Alright, so we got Teferi, we got Kairi the Swirling Sky, and that's going to be pretty much the route we go. We don't go the Haughty, a speed route. We go for the long marathon Teferi and Kairi, the Swirling Sky route. Let's see if they pump it up. They are. Oh my gosh, I really wish... I mean, I don't want to waste the March of the Swirling Mist on it. I'm not going to do that. This kind of sucks, though, because, I mean, even playing Teferi is not that comfortable right now. I think it's our only move. I mean, I'm going to have to. But they can just pump up the Evolve Sleeper again. I don't really want to make a chump blocker either, because I think they're going to go for the Restless Cottage. So I think we're just going to draw. Yeah, this is not fun. But we don't really have another option here. Yeah, they're going to pump up the Sleeper. Teferi's not going to live this turn. But we didn't really have another choice here. Yep. They get another draw, and they kill Teferi, which is, like, perfectly mana efficient for them, basically. Ugh, doesn't feel good. Tainted Adversary. Okay, I don't see Tainted Adversary a whole lot. Alright. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Alright, let's go ahead and drop the card, the Swirling Sky. We don't have really any... We don't have protection with the March of Swirling Mist, but we do have built-in protection for 3, and because we're playing black, they're not going to exile it. They're going to kill it. So we do get a little bit of resources that way for the Swirling Sky. Gotta love that. Nothing too much in our graveyard. I don't know if I would mill it. Would I mill? Or would I just bounce their stuff back? Because that Sleeper's a 5/5. I mean, I might just want to mill that thing. Or let's see if they trade. Wow, they are. So I think I'm going to have to... well, yeah, I think we're going to have to trade. I mean, 5 damage is 5 damage. I think we're going to trade here. We do get the replacement ability, so... yeah. And I guess, yeah, we're not going to bounce the Tainted Adversary. Let's go ahead and mill and just see what we got here. So we do get 2 cards this way. I guess we'll go for... man, I would really like a Flow of Knowledge. The Flow of Knowledge is really what we're after. Or a Consuming Tide, just because they're a creature deck. So we don't really have the best of options here. We could go for Make Disappear, but they have so much land out here. I think we're just going to go for Sleight of Hand, just kind of dig into our deck here a little bit. Not really the best draws with the Kairi, but, you know, that's what we get for being quirky. But I still like Kairi. I still like Kairi a lot. If they did go wide, we could just bounce all their stuff back to their hand, and it would have been kind of nice. But we're definitely on the path to looking for something else. All right, Super Soaker, what you got for me here? So, Shelly, that's actually not that big of a deal. We can kind of... deal with this. We do have the March of Swirling Mist. I just don't know how we're going to get this. All right, so they do that at sorcery speed, so now they are completely tapped out. So we can go for the Confounding Riddle. Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of trying to map out what we're doing here. Fading Hope is decent, but we're going to need to put something on the board here, because otherwise, like, what are we really supposed to do? I guess we can Confounding Riddle. We do get to dig a little bit deeper into our deck this way, so I guess we'll go ahead and take Tolarian Terror, a classic card. You gotta love a card this good that's not a rare or a mythic. So we'll slam you down. We can trade you with Shelly. I guess we'll just pass because we have the Confounding Riddle. Oof. Okay. I achieved what I wanted to achieve, at least at this turn. We have an answer for Shelly. And then we can also go for Fading Hope if they want to juice up the Evolved Sleeper. Alright, let's do this. I know they can give it Death Touch, and maybe we can just, like, Fading Hope it. And then we only take 2. It's actually not that bad. I'm a little surprised they didn't swing in with Shelly. So I guess we'll Fading Hope you. Take 2. We can deal with that. I'll get rid of that. We don't need, we need an answer. We don't need land. We need like an actual answer here. Maybe, yeah, we'll just take this, and then I will consider and possibly draw a Fading Hope or something. But I don't want to Fading Hope the Tainted Adversary anyway, because then it can just come down and make a bazillion zombie tokens. So that's gonna be kind of out of the way. Another Evolved Sleeper. Good lord, this is not looking good. I think. Oh god, another Evolved Sleeper. Oof, okay. Okay, well, this sucks, but I think we're going to have to just go for this and then just blot out the Shelly so that I can draw in peace before I go for Consider. That's fine. That's fine. Oh my god, another March of Swirling. I think March of Swirling Mist actually lets us... Ooh, we actually have a shot here. This is why you never give up. This is why you never freaking give up. We have a shot. I'm not saying that we even won, but we have a shot now. So I'm going to swing in here. Hopefully they just let this go. We need to get... let's get damage. Oh yeah, let's get damage. Yeah, there we go. Put them down to 15. We're going to play down our Haughty Djinn, which is a whopping 9-4. And now we have a shot here. Oh baby, we have a shot. We've got March of Swirling Mist, and we can just blot out everything. So it costs 1 less, and then we can exile 2. So Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast is going to be needed here. So let's... I mean, I can do 5, right? So I could get rid of their creatures. Not get rid of them, but I only need 1 more turn, so I might as well be getting rid of them. Okay. I think we're gonna wait. I know they can eat the food this way, but with the Confounding Riddle, I think we can still push for game. I do not want a Go for the Throat. I can't risk the Go for the Throat, so I'm not gonna March a Swing this. Typically, I would do this before they go for this, and they can eat the food. But like, I can't do that. So let's do this. Let's actually make them tap out, because they're gonna go for Evolved Sleeper. They want to kill the Haughty, right? So let's do this. They're tapped out. Boom. Here is our opening. Here's our opening. March of Swirling Mist. They're totally tapped out. They can no longer eat the food. And let me do the math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna have to exile the Consider. It costs... That's not... I don't want to get rid of the Riddle. So let's just get rid of the Consider. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna have to cancel that. Okay, I'm sorry. I know what I did wrong. We'll make this really quick. I know this is really bad for views. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Okay, we'll do this. Boom. Now we got rid of the consider. We did exactly what we wanted. We had to get rid of everything. And now we get 2 confounding riddles. I'm pretty sure if we just do this, let's go. I'm digging for my deck. Are we gonna steal this? Flow of knowledge. They give us a nice. Oh my. Thank you, Super Soaker. That is. I think we're gonna take the flow of knowledge just because we can dig deeper into our deck this way. Yeah, okay. And that is up to 11, so we're doing 16. This is over. If we, yeah, flow of knowledge, we're just gonna go ahead and discard whatever we have here. They're tapped out, they're phase out, and we steal it. We are going to steal it there. Oh my gosh, let's go ahead and clank them up. Good game, Super Soaker. And we take it. I cannot believe we stole that. Simulacra. That is quite the name. I think there was a an alchemy card. What was it called? Like Snowstorm Simulacra or something? It was like the craziest card ever. Oh my god, I remember that thing. Alright, so we're going... whenever I see Jetmir's Garden, I just assume it's Atraxa. And I usually am right about 99.9% of the time. So, versus Atraxa, I think we have an okay matchup. We definitely want to get into our counter spells for their big spells. If we can just counter the Atraxa, if we can counter the Invasion of Alara, that kind of nonsense, I think we'll be fine. It is kind of nice, though, that like, all their stuff does come in tapped, and if they don't go for the Beanstalk, we're looking pretty okay. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go for Haughty. I know it's not great. We do have the March of Swirling Mist, and yeah, so they have the Leyline Binding. We have the Soaring City. The only reason why I'm A, they didn't have to have the Leyline Binding, but B, we do have the Soaring City that we can kind of flash in and take it back. I know they can flash the Leyline Binding back, but... I think it's going to be the early move here. So if they do tap out, that is always an option, but we can also go for Teferi. I'm not too worried about it. We got a little aggressive, but it did not play out. But sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit, baby. I think Leyline Binding is a crazy card. I'm not just being salty. There's a lot of cards I don't think are good for standard, or just kind of I don't know how I feel about them really, but I think Cavern of Souls is one of my biggest gripes. It's not just because I'm playing blue. I usually don't even play blue, but I'm not a blue specialist, I should say. I kind of play everything, but Flesh Gorger, okay. But yeah, I think Cavern of Souls, Leyline Binding, I feel like Meathook Massacre. I think there's a lot of cards here that were like just Alrund's Epiphany. Like those are all names that come to mind that I think were just like not good for the game. But either way, I guess we're gonna go ahead and drop Teferi. If we go for the plus, or not the plus, technically it's 0, but it's a +1 when we draw here.
Battles I might not win.
And they give another Leyline Binding. I guess we get we pay. So we pay a whopping 5 mana to draw 1. Not great, but it's okay. Still got the Flow of Knowledge. So okay, I don't really care about the Flesh Gorger's not gonna really take us out by the time. I'm more worried about what they got on the back end. I'm looking for Sleight of Hand here. Let's see if we can dig a little bit. Alright, there's a Haughty, and there we go. We definitely need the Haughty. The Haughty is pretty much just like the backbone of the deck. The Haughty and the Swirling Mist is the backbone, and then the Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and the Teferi is more like the cherry on top. But I do like cherries. Leyline Binding. Alright, so we're going to go for the March of Swirling Mist, and we could... Yeah, let's do this. In case they had another one, if they had all 4, we had another March of Swirling Mist that we could have done as well instead of flashing it in. But at least we're pretty much out of Leyline Bindings. They have one more. I'm just going to assume they don't have another one, considering that it's, you know, mathematically improbable. I mean, it's possible, but... Okay, my turn. I'm kind of waiting for them to drop a big spell, and then I can go for Flow of Knowledge, but I know it's not very blue. It's not very blue of me to just go for an instant at sorcery speed, but I want to see what we got here. I want to plan out my stuff here before I swing. And if we got a lot of instants and sorceries, we could also power up Haughty Djinn to swing in more. Which doesn't appear that way. So now I guess we got Confounding Riddles. Okay, we're going to swing in. I can't block a menace creature, so yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess we'll, yeah. Confounding Riddle and a Fading Hope. We'll see what we got. Gotta be careful with the Fading Hope, though, because if we just get the Flesh Gorger, it comes back as a 7/7. That's kind of yucky. So it's not... And we do have to, like, pay life to target it, so... I guess we'll do that, and then we can go for Confounding Riddle if they do want to get cute. You have to pay the life, though. Overall, it doesn't seem like a very good thing. Well, I don't see the alternative. Plus, we also power up the Haughty, so there's that. Bramble Familiar. Okay, we're gonna have to Confounding Riddle. We're not gonna dig. We're just gonna go ahead and just riddle me this. Riddle me this, Bramble. Not today. Not today. We still have another... Oh, there's Malcolm. Malcolm has not made an appearance in this video, or really ever so far, so... Like that. I think we're just going to go for Kairi the Swirling Sky, because we do have a Confounding Riddle on the back end, so... Yep. Let's drop Kairi. Kairi and Haughty Djinn. I mean, that's some blue creature power. You don't see it a lot. You don't see it a lot. Let's see what you're dropping. I could go for the Confounding Riddle. I don't know, though. So they're going to do this. Now, they are tapped out. The only problem is if they drop like a Sunfall, I might let this resolve. I'm going to let this resolve. We fly. So I guess we'll go for Malcolm. And can we go for lethal here? Ooh, I think we might be able to go for lethal here. Another Haughty. So we're doing 12, 14. If we go for Confounding Riddle, they get put into the graveyard. So... Ooh, a Flow of Knowledge. I think with Flow of Knowledge, we can pretty much just win the game. Even if we didn't, we still have March of Swirling Mist, and we could just take care of them that way. And they're tapped out, and I think we're going to take this. So that is, what, 15? That's 17. Flow of Knowledge, and we're just going to discard it, and we're going to take another win. And you know what? I don't want to say that it was mostly Haughty, obviously, but let's show a little bit of love to Kairi the Swirling Sky. The Kairi the Swirling Sky has been pretty good this match, and they just give it up. Samuel L. Jackson, how you doing here? All right, I think we're looking good here. Haughty Djinn's that was a mulligan. Let's go ahead and give our opponent the friendly mulligan hello. And a recruitment officer, okay. Got the Teferi. Okay, Teferi has not made an appearance really yet, but I want to give Teferi some love. I do think this card is obviously not like the 3 fairy, but this Teferi is still pretty good. So, do I want to go for Fading Hope on the Copper Coat Vanguard? I think I do. Let's go ahead and just do this now. They're still going to swing in. Whatever. Take the Scry. Confounding Riddle is okay, but I think it's a little clunky. I want a little bit more land or protection right now. So, I'm actually only running 2 Terrors, and we're getting both of them. So, this is like all the top end of our deck here. So, we're getting a little bit cloggy. Don't really love that. But we can still drop the Haughty Djinn if we are feeling a little desperate here. So consider, I think we're just going to have to slam down Haughty. I mean, I think that's just the highest upside. We are on the draw. So they might go for like Brutal Cathar or something. They usually have it. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. No protection anyway. Like I said, I don't have protection to make this appear. I'm not running Slip Out the Back right now. March of Swirling Mist. Let's consider. See if we can dig for a land. Oh, that sucks getting rid of a Haughty just for a land. Oh god. Guess we'll go for Sleight of Hand, draw a land. That rhymed. I'm a poet, didn't know it. We have March of Swirling Mist. I think we're going to have to just try to go for March of Swirling Mist. I mean, there's no other way we can win. Like, I'm just trying to think of, like, a way we could honestly win. I think we're just so far behind. If we go for March of Swirling Mist, we're going to have to exile... They all have Ward. Oh my god. I guess we'll get rid of Flow of Knowledge. Yeah, we're sure. Pay the Ward 1. Get rid of 1 card here. And maybe we can drop some Tolarian Terrors. I don't think it's impossible. Yep, auto pay the 1. We're completely tapped out, and we're only going to take 2 damage this way. Like I said, the March of Swirling Mist, I mean, that is like... The card is so crazy, man. It's protection, it's defense, it's, whatever. Virtue of Loyalty. Oh, God. I don't know how... Oh, no. And a Sky Strike Officer. That in the air is going to pretty much put a kibosh on the day. Tolarian Terror. We'll go out.
I'm finished running from battles. I might...
Moldy Kumquat. What a name. All right. So, okay. Moldy Kumquat. We are going to go ahead and give you a friendly mulligan hello. Because everybody needs a friend when you take a mulligan. Because those things suck. I'll also go ahead and give you a hi. Just because Moldy Kumquat's a funny name. You made me laugh. So, hey. It is what it is. Alright, let's go for the Consider. I still don't know what we're playing against, because, not a lot of people play Is It anymore, but we'll see what we can do. Okie dokie, gotta make disappear. As long as you have make disappear, Let's see if we... is it or is this Atraxa? Or Jeskai, maybe? I did see a few Jeskai stuff with the new Tunnel Grinder thing. So let's see if they want to play something past turn. No, I don't really want to go for Haughty Djinn right now, especially with a Confounding Riddle. We can just go ahead and pass this thing up. And Celestis, let's go ahead and just make disappear this thing. Yeah, sure, and then we can go for Haughty Djinn. Well, let's go for Confounding Riddle so that we can go for make disappear with Haughty Djinn on turn 4. And that sounds a little... Oh,